Today we have Macbeth, Act 3, Scene 5. In this scene, we see that the three witches, they get together, and there is also Hecate, who is seemingly their mentor, their leader. She is the mother figure who is telling them, who is giving them instructions. And this scene is quite different. Like the thing is, there has also been some conjecture as to whether somebody else wrote this scene and put it in, or like our modern Hollywood or Bollywood movies, one of the actors or the directors or someone who was there suggested such a scene for the effect of it, to make it more scary, very nocturnal, and the great imagery of evil and night, the witchcraft, and the England of that period would have believed in all these, black magic. So that kind of an effect is brought here. It does not have much to do with the main story, but it creates a very good visual and auditory imagery. So let's see. Enter the three witches meeting Hecate. First witch, why, how no, Hecate, you look angrily. The three witches are surprised to see their mentor and they tell her, why do you look so angry? And Hecate, the most evilest of them all, she says, have I not reasons, beldams as you are, saucy and overbold? How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? I am angry with you because I see that you have not gone only in accord with my instructions. You've not only been listening to me, I can see that you are taking things into your own hands. I've seen what you have done with Macbeth and how you have been dealing with, all sorts of equivocation and giving him promises. But do not be mistaken. Do not think that Hecate is a good witch, that she wants something good to happen. No, she's only complaining about the manner in which they did. She also wants to be there. She wants to be the head of their project. So, and now she says, and I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms. I am the close contriver, I am the leader of all kind of harmful, horrible activities. And without my knowledge, you have proceeded with Macbeth, was never called to bear my part or show the glory of our art. I did not get a chance to play in this drama or in this scenario that you have had with Macbeth. How dare you? I too wanted to be a part of this man's downfall. I too wanted to see him go down. And which is worse, all you have done hath been for a wayward son. And why have you done all this for a wayward man? He is not, he does not worship us. He does not think that we are great. And for such a man, you have given him advice. He is angry and hateful, faithless. He scorns us. He is selfish. He is self centered. Now, these are all the images that Hecate is drawing out. Spiteful and wrathful, and who, as others do, loves for his own ends, not for you. He doesn't worship us or the black arts or our satanic manner. He's thinking only of himself. He wants to further his ambitions and do good for himself. All that he cares about is himself. So he's a very selfish creature, loves for his own ends, not for you, and make amends now, get you gone. And at the pit of Acheron, meet me in the morning. Now you need to, make amends for your deed. The fact that you three have done this deed by yourselves without taking me into account, I want you to, correct that. I want you to now, from now henceforth, you have to listen to me, and I too will be part of this sorcery or witchcraft. So let us all meet up in the pit of Acheron. Acheron is a river mentioned in ancient Greek mythology. It is like the underworld, or how all these mythical stories, they would have a place that is the nether world, something like hell, beyond all these worlds, a hellish place, at the very pit, the lowest end that of the universe. So let's all meet there. And either he will come to know his destiny. I know that Macbeth will come behind us. He is going to follow us. He will want to know what his future lies, where his future lies. And then we will meet up together, and we will, we are going to play out the rest of this. He will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide, your charms and everything decide. So now, just like perhaps a Halloween story, she's telling them, bring your cauldrons, bring your brooms, bring all the spells and charms and all the magic things that are required. Like your teachers would ask you to bring all the things required for making a project or a seminar or a homework. The same way she's telling them, bring all the necessary ingredients so that we will go there and we will do the sorcery or witchcraft that will cause his ultimate downfall. And I am for the air, this night I'll spend unto a dismal and fatal end. Great misness must be wrought ere noon. Upon the corner of the moon there hangs a vaporous drop profound. And I shall now rush away into the clouds, into the air, and I can see that at the end of the moon there is a drop of vapor. I shall collect that, and that will be the very substance of the cauldron in which we will put, all those things, the newt's eye and the, all those unholy elements we will put in, and we will just boil the cauldron and we will say our spells. I will catch it ere it come to ground. Before it falls from the moon to the ground, I will catch it. See the beautiful and very eerie, scary visual imagery created. You can imagine on the stage how these three horrible looking women would be, they would be dressed in that fantastic manner, and they would be saying all these spells that the audience would tremble with fear to look upon it. And that distilled my magic slides shall raise such artificial sprites as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. And by doing all this, we will, through magic, we will create these illusions. These shadowy people will come out of the cauldron, and they will look so human like, and they will prophesy to Macbeth. And these illusions will cause utter confusion for him. He will not know how to proceed, and how these horrible witches, they delight in confusion. They delight in equivocation, to trick, to cheat. So he shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes above wisdom, grace, and fear. And now the ultimate, fallen state of man is when he becomes overconfident. We will make him forget his grace, his dignity, his honor, his conscience, and we will make him full of, scornful, and he will scorn death. He will think that he can keep doing his, overvaulting ambition and keep killing, and, one day he will be saved. But we know that he will never be saved. And let's work towards his downfall. Music and song within, and you all know security is mortal's chiefest enemy. So you all know that. Now, this is a message even to the audience, that you all know that for a mortal human being, the greatest wrong that he can do is to be overconfident and think that no harm will come to him. When a man throws, caution to the winds and thinks that I am immortal, that I cannot be ruined, I cannot be killed. So he says that, make him very secure, make him feel that he is a winner, and that will be his downfall. Hark, I am called, my little spirit, see. sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me. So I'm going into that foggy cloud, into that unknown darkness. I will wait for you. So now, first witch, come, let's make haste. She will be back soon. So the witches are like, oh dear, she's going to come and, she will be waiting for us. Let us hurry. Let's take all the ingredients, go work our magic. And now we know that Macbeth's fate is sealed, and the audience is also thrilled by all these smoke and fire and the appearance of all these horrible witches. Next, we go on to scene 6, Forest, the palace. Now, in this palace, we see that the Lord Lennox, he is talking to the Lennox is talking to another lord, and between them there is this conversation. This serves as a recap, for all that has already happened, so that the audience clearly understand what has happened in the play. Lennox, my former speeches have hit your thoughts, which can interpret further only I say. Now he tells the Lord, you know my former speeches, you know where my sentiments lie. Now, here we need to realize that these people, both the lords, they have to be very careful. They can't openly speak because nobody knows who can turn out to be Macbeth's spy. So they are going to talk in a very very diplomatic manner, such that they want the meaning to be conveyed, but they don't want anyone to understand like which side they are on. So he says, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead. Duncan was the guest of Macbeth. He was pitied, he was loved, he was valorous, but now he is dead. You can see the sarcasm, you can see the irony coming in. And the right valiant Banco walked too late. Banco walked too late. He walked in the dark and he was too late to come home. So now he too got killed. Whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed. And I believe Fleance killed Banco because now we can see a pattern that the fathers are being killed and the sons are running away. So now sons are killing the fathers. So I feel, isn't this a very suspicious sort of way to put it? Seemingly he's saying that Fleance has killed Banco and has fled. But who is the common point in all these deaths? Lennox wants the Lord to understand and interpret, but he will not say it directly. Now he says, men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father? Men must not stay too late. They should not stay at other people's houses. And look at Donalbain and Malcolm, how cruelly they killed their own father. He's just putting it out there. The irony, the suspicion, the sarcasm. Damned fact. How it did grieve Macbeth, our poor Macbeth, he felt so sad. Did he not straight in pious rage the two delinquents stare? Didn't he immediately kill those two slaves who were standing outside Duncan's door? How enraged poor Macbeth was that he had to kill them. Was not that nobly done and wisely too? Wasn't it very noble of him to get so angry and he killed them, those two slaves of drink and trulls of sleep? Those two slaves, they had been drinking and they fell asleep. They did not even guard their king. How noble it was of Macbeth to kill them. At the same time, again and again, Lennox is pointing the finger at, we know he is pointing the finger at the king. And he says, and very wisely, for it would have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. It would have made us all angry to hear the men denying what they had done. So that I say he has borne all things well, and I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his key, as ain't please heaven, he shall not they should find what it were to kill a father. If only Macbeth had those two men, Donalbain and Malcolm, under his lock and key, They would have found out by now what it is to kill their own father. He would have punished them both. They would have met with their destiny. Heaven pleased that they are not in his hands. Just like so would Fleance. If Fleance were captured, even he would realize what wrong it is to kill one's own father. But peace, for some broad words and cause he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear. And now he used the word tyrant. Just because Banquo and Fleance were not at that tyrant's feast, they suffered. So now we know that Lennox is completely against Macbeth. He knows that Macbeth is the author of all these dastardly deeds, all these cruel murders, and so he is making it very clear without actually spelling it out. Now he says, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace, sir. Can you tell where he bestows himself? I hear that even Macduff has now come under disgrace of this for this tyrant. But let me know, where is Macduff now? He asks the Lord. Lord, the son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court and is received of the most pious Edward with such grace. Now the Lord is replying. The Lord understood the meaning of Lennox's speech, and he is also replying in his in kind, and he calls Macbeth the tyrant. He says, the son of Duncan, that is Malcolm and Donalbain, we know had run off to England and Ireland. Now he says, the son of Duncan is now in the English court. And what is he doing there? He is raising an army. He is, with the help of the English king, he wants to come back and fight Macbeth and get back his kingdom. So now here we see that Shakespeare, being the very clever businessman and story writer, he is praising England. The way he says, this man that is Duncan's son, is due of birth. By birth, he should be the next king, not this tyrant Macbeth. And to whom has he gone? He has gone to the pious Edward, that is the king of England, who is with such grace. Again, he is pleasing his audience and his queen and his king, saying that with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing. Even though the son of Duncan has come to England alone with no fortune, with nothing to his name, even so the English king is receiving him as he should receive a prince. So, how good and great is the English king? Now, we also see that binary opposition of Scotland being evil and having an unruly ruler and bad times, while the English king is doing a good job there. The English king is ruling very properly, and he is called the pious Edward. And even though the other prince has no fortune, the English king is ready to help him. Takes from his high respect. Thither Macduff is gone to pray the Holy King. Again, the King of England is referred to as the Holy King. Macduff too has gone there, and they are both asking the Holy King of England for help. They're trying to wake Northumberland and the warlike Siward. Now, these are two characters of England. Again, that is the Lord, and again, they are thanes and lords and the great people of England. One is the warlike Siward, and the Earl of Northumberland is asked to join forces to bring their army, the English soldiers, and come and save Scotland. That by the help of these, with him about to ratify the work, we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets bloody knives. So now, with the help of England, Scotland will once again have meat on their tables, good sleep in the nights, no fear of a tyrant. So that is where Macduff has gone to beseech the English king, to request him to come to our aid. All which we pine for now, and this report hath so exasperate the king that he prepares for some attempt of war. But the report of all this has gone to our tyrannical king, Macbeth. And what is he doing? He is preparing for war. He knows that the sons of Duncan will come to avenge their father. And he is now preparing for war, and he is trying to get the strength of all the other thanes of Scotland. Lennox, sent he to Macduff? Has he gone to Macduff? The Lord, he did, and with an absolute, Sir, not I, the cloudy messenger turns me his back. But Macduff has valiantly said, Not I. I will not pay homage to such a tyrannical king. I will not give him my liege, or, my protection will not be there for him. And the messenger who went to Macduff turned back, and that messenger was actually scared to go back to Macbeth, because the messenger fears that he will be punished for giving such a message. And who should say, You'll rue the time that clogs me with his answer? You, my dear master, you and I will both suffer for the answer that you are giving to this tyrant king. Advise to him, caution, hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country. Let an angel go to the court of England and please give this warning to Macduff to quickly come back and save his country, and also to warn him that Macbeth is suspicious. Under a hand accursed, our suffering country is under this cursed man's rule. Lord, I will send my prayers with him. I send my prayers to the great Macduff that he should quickly go and bring a solution for the problem that is happening in our country. This lawlessness created by Macbeth. May Macduff quickly come and save us. And so the Lord and the gentleman are now, they are all hoping that they will be saved from the wrath of Macbeth.